Hey guys, welcome back. It's Grim Reaper coming at you for another video for Raid Shadows. Hopefully you're doing well and hopefully you're looking after yourselves and hopefully having a fantastic start to the week wherever you are. As you can see, I'm not on my own today. We are joined by the free-to-play specialist, Mr. Boozer. It's been a while since we have spoken, but yeah, it's good to finally have you on the channel. I appreciate you taking all the time to join us today. We have already done a part 1 to this video, which will be on Boozer's channel, which will be the free MVP picks of our accounts for live arena or arena in general, and we'll drop the links and everything in the comments and the description of today's video. Please go ahead and sub to this man if you're not already. Boozer, welcome to the channel. I appreciate you. How are you doing today?
Good, man. Thank you so much for having me. And yeah, I'm happy and excited to talk about some PvP. I'm really into it right now. And obviously, you have tons of experience, and I'm looking to tap into that experience today. So yeah, thank you so much for having me, man.
Well, it's great to have you on the channel. I mean, I've been a big fan of your content for a long time. So, it's a absolute pleasure to have you on the channel. So, do you want to kick off today's session with your first pick?
Yeah, so I guess we're gonna be talking about my three like account PvP MVP champions here. It's hard to say, but I'm trying to think of it as a whole experience in the like PvP arena. Which champions kind of been there and have done a lot for me ever since I've had them. And one of the first ones that can think of when I think about this is Sun Wukong. He's a free champion, from promo codes and all that when you start a brand new account. But make no mistake, this guy is absolutely insane in the arena setting. He's Spirit Affinity, so that's not the best. He is attack-based damage dealer. His decent stats for an attack-based damage dealer over 1580 attack, which is very solid actually. And like there's so much good things about this guy for the arena. Like he brings a speed aura in arena, which is awesome. I love the speed aura on a damage dealer. It gives you a lot of extra flexibility for your supports. His passive makes him unbelievable. Without his passive, I think he would be much worse. But with his passive, it makes him a imminent threat because he always comes back after basically 3 turns, unless you kind of shut him down with block revive and all that stuff. But we're gonna assume that that never happens. And of course, comes back every 3 turns, not your own 3 turns. It's everybody's, it's 3 turns in the whole game. So that's really good. And of course, like in a speed meta, having a speed aura is really awesome. The turns come back super fast. And this guy, when he comes back with the full turn meter, you got to be really afraid of his A2. His A2 is an absolute cannon. He literally unloads it like a cannon. And 50% ignore defense on the hit with the massive splash damage to wipe out teams. Like I've been on the receiving end of it, I've been on the dealing end of it. And yeah, Wukong, he's awesome and he's great. You know what? The best thing about him is that he's great for early game players and late game players. So as an early game player, you don't even need to book him out. Just give him a little bit of accuracy. And his A3 works as a strip and a block buff. His A3 doesn't require books to land 100%. Yes, it helps with the cooldown and all that, but maybe if you only use it once as your arena debuffer or arena strip champion, works perfectly fine. And yeah, his A1 also has a stun, which can be a little bit annoying as well. Very good percentage stun actually, and then obviously having this on a damage dealer, not a support champion, goes a long way as well. So lots of good stuff here for Sun Wukong. Like I said, early game players get lots of value, so definitely book him out. You'll be using him, all the way into the late game. Like I'm end game, I still use him in live arena. And yeah, he's awesome. I've been picking him a lot more lately as well, considering the speed aura. So I don't know about you. I think your roster is a little bit deeper, but do you use Sun Wukong as well, Grim?
Um, I mean, long time ago when I was climbing up into the meta, he was one of my first picks because he is still fantastic, and I think he's still S tier in his own rights. That's when we're talking about legendaries. We're not counting the mythicals and etc. I think he's still good. I think the main problem is he doesn't fit my play style at the moment on any of the accounts, and all the accounts that I play, well, the weakest one it didn't actually pick him up. He only picked him up recently, and he hasn't got no lessons, so that's why I don't use it on that account. And I don't really use him on the other accounts because we have bigger and better, which are mythicals. But when we're not counting mythicals into this meta, this guy is absolute beast. And even if you feel like that you're never going to win a fight with them, and you pair them up with other champions, which Boozer will talk about in today's video, which no spoilers or anything like that. He has really good synergy, and I'll talk about that as well on my side, or maybe Boozer will cover it as well. He's a great nuker for Merciless as well, because he doesn't need that stone skin. So it's really hard in this meta to build and maximize for Merciless. So a 6-piece or 9-piece Merciless really helps you against lockout champions, low cooldowns as well. He can be built fairly slow, so you can build them at 250. I mean, mine's 307 right now. And then you can use like a multiple of relics with him. I would recommend with the relics to use Aspect of Seroth, just because that passive can be really annoying with Aspect of Seroth as well. And Aspect of Seroth is a 1-turn cooldown, and it's absolute well, it's just a pain. You know, you've got Aspect of Seroth to worry about. Then is a passive. Jesus, just exit the fight.
Yep.
So yeah, for me, he was my carry. Honestly, he was my carry when I was getting Quintus, and I still think he's fantastic. I don't know if you've seen the crazy teams actually with Sungrong on the Queen dungeon when she was out, Queen of Hearts, when people was using him as the budget version of Sigvard, and he would just hit one, and wipe the whole team. Obviously, it
I
was
think
plus
he was
four.
farming food. I think he was soloing like maybe like 20 with 4 food. I don't know. He was just one
Mm,
shotting
If
everybody.
you have Shuzen, went Shuzen into him instead of Sigvard, and it was a +4 fully awaken, it would hit one, surplus damage, one shot the whole thing. That was
Yeah,
beautiful.
that's awesome.
So it shows you like how hard that A2 can hit, and even with all the mythicals and etc. I have on my account, and I know how to deal with him, he always worries me. Classic arena, 3 versus 3, he's always a threat. I actually just rebuilt Ronda just to deal with this guy, because Ronda is a great counter to him, which we won't be talking about in today's video. But yeah, the guy is an absolute god still, and he should be, because you know he's a god from one of the mythicals. I can't remember which one. I think maybe from, is it Chinese side or something like that? I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah, so
I think so.
he
That's
look
awesome. Yeah.
yeah, he looks super sweet as well, right? So
Mhm.
yeah, I need to rebuild mine actually. I think I'm gonna make him a little bit slow. He's 307 speed right now, so I might just rebuild him when I get a chance. So
I I put him in 9-piece Merciless recently. Mine is about 300 speed, and I think with Merciless is like 340 crit damage or whatever.
mm,
I've used the hammer on, sorry, the cat's gaze on him, so his A2 should be ignoring probably close to 100% probably,
mm,
with the Helms Bastion
yeah,
proc. So yeah, he cranks. He's good. I like him.
yeah.
Um,
So pick number
but yeah,
two.
so yeah, pick number two. Let's go with something totally opposite. So we picked a pretty big damage dealer, but let's go with the total opposite and somebody that basically doesn't take turns and he just kind of is there as a meat shield. But we're gonna go with another free login champion from back in the day. It's gonna be Ultimate Death Knight. So Ultimate Death Knight here, like for me, he is an absolute awesome champion. He does a lot. And still, some people have trouble playing against this guy. He really counters a lot of champions, and I bring him out kind of when I need kind of a way to stall out a little bit, or if I know I can't win the speed race, then I'll switch up my strategies. Grim alluded that Sun Wukong actually works really, really well with UDK here, mainly because UDK is usually built very slow, very tanky with 2-turn Stone Skin, giving him basically as much field time as possible. Basically giving Sun Wukong, maximum field time as well, giving him a chance to come back and, try to nuke the enemy team as well. So UDK, very, very strong champion here. Very easy to build as well. So if you have him, he's great. He works in a lot of situations. Like I said, he counters a lot of really strong champions like Sifi's A1. Odin's A3 gets countered. Siegfried's big sword slam also gets countered by UDK as well. And UDK also counters Sun Wukong. So if you see like those type of champions throw the UDK in their face, and usually you can do pretty good. And of course, he hard counters his faction brother, Rhodos. So
Yeah.
if all right, so sometimes like when you don't really build him out for, obviously to go really fast, he's not going to get too many turns, but some of his attacks are actually really impactful. Like his A1 provoke is actually pretty clutch. He also brings some fears and decreased attack on his A2, which again can be pretty clutch. But the last thing you really want is for your UDK to get like sheep, right? So obviously, trying to avoid champions with sheep and these debuffs is a big deal. So you don't want to be like using your A1 into obviously 6-star sheep champions. But he offers, additional, tools that can really stall your opponent and give your team a chance to recover. He's all about his passive. Obviously, he does have some passive healing as well, which is really good. Continuous heals on his A3 also really help. But this guy is just super annoying. And like I said, if you're not ready to deal with him, he can be a real game changer. And for me, I still use him to this day in my, arena adventures. I used him from the beginning all the way to now. He still gets used, even in a speed meta, like I said. But not as often, of course, because he doesn't bring any speed. But he is a great tool to use when you are up against certain champions. So definitely a top pick for my account. I like to build him with obviously 2-turn stone skin, and I build him with pretty good resistance, just to basically shut down. Some Sun Wukongs with the A2 can sheep UDKs with low resistance, so I want to avoid that. And UDK with some resistance can prevent, for example, like some bomb champions from placing bombs on him, or the Armans. Armans with the sheep can prevent that as well. Obviously, UDK is strong affinity, but it can happen as well. So I do like building a little bit of resistance on him to make sure he stays the wall he is. All right, for as long as possible. So, what do you think about UDK? Do you use him at all?
I actually still use him. I use him more than
Oh,
I do Song Wong for sure because, like you said, like he's a one of a kind. Like I've heard people say, there's budgets of this champion, etc. There's no budgets for UDK. I actually have two max I use in Siege and Hydra. I have both built for different reasons. So as you said, high resistance UDK is the way to go in my opinion as well, especially when I want to switch to go second and I want to go use him with Ancora, because what this will allow me to do is protect with the nuker is allow them to protect the one nuker not to be CC'd, which is great against armbands and other strategies that I would use. I've only got 833 resistance, but mine hasn't been rebuilt in about a year and a half, if I'm being honest. Um,
mm,
as you can see, like good defense, some accuracy as well, which I think you would have mentioned a bit later on after this as well for polymorph. You do need the accuracy as well to land that polymorph. And then obviously more defense and HP would be nice. But like I said, this is a very old build. There was actually a relic in the live arena setting that's epic. It gives a resistance on the base form here. So
okay.
I actually use Elixir of Gold for extra healing, which is
I
even
use
more,
that as well, actually.
yeah,
I use that as well, actually.
which is more toxic. And then I actually use these gemstones with him, which
Oh,
is great.
okay.
Introduces his resistance, and then these are the masteries of people that want to copy
Yeah.
it or anything like that. I don't need to show my builds. These are the second one, but this is one I don't really use so much now. And this is for just a basic meat shield. Again, this is a one I built like 2 years ago, and I used to use it for Georgie because Georgie was meta, so you can see the triple reaction, and then
Yep.
double stone skin, high HP, high defense, and then the resistance and accuracy doesn't matter too much. This is better against Rhodas a little bit as well. But both builds are fantastic against Rhodas, and it's also nice, going into a 3 vs 3 fight, having two UDKs ready. There's two Rhodas. Well, you've already won the fight 2-1, haven't you? So why not build it? And like I said, second UDK as well doesn't need to be booked. So if you've got them, use them. They're tools. They're very easy
Mhm.
champions to build, even with really bad gear, or when you start the game as well. I really would like Plarium to give more UDKs out now to other players, like they did with Ninja, because this would be a great stepping stone for them to get into arena and help them boost them up into arena as well, which would be fantastic. You can also build them as a nuker, which can be annoying as well. Personally, I don't recommend it. Build them as a nuker, but I can see that working. I don't build him as a nuker. I don't know how you feel about him being a nuker.
I've seen some people talk about surprise, UDK nukers. I've experienced it myself. I'm like, what the heck? Why is this guy doing so much damage? But yeah, I think it's more like a meme kind of build. But yeah, it's interesting. It's definitely a surprise for sure. You mentioned the triple reaction. That's very important. Obviously, 75% chance of making crits turn into non crits is
Mm.
very, very strong. Yeah, a little bit of accuracy, like you mentioned, is very, very good. I actually have two UDKs, but I haven't built the second one because I was thinking about plus oneing my UDK. What do you think about that? That's probably not super important, right? The small amount of stats that you probably gain from a
I
plus
would
one.
say from a live arena side, yeah, go for it. I mean, if your Guardian Thatcher's are done, he's going to get 10% HP defense and resistance and accuracy, and he's not going to get the speed from the +2. So he actually goes every single way. It makes sense to go ahead and empower him. And you're never going to crunch him for like Guardian Factions or anything like that because of how good he is. Even like he's
Mhm.
not S tier anymore. Obviously, it's really important not to pick him in the first few fights, a few picks in your
Pick.
settings because
Good.
people will just use AoE nukers.
Agree.
So yeah, I mean, I was saying this earlier. If it wasn't for UDK, Rodus would be absolutely way more god tier in the arena and in this meta. And I wish, in some sense, he wasn't in this meta because he would help way more against the nukers. But the fear of them dropping in the UDK, and you have a
Mhm.
Rodus, you have to ban. There is no ifs and buts. You have to ban him,
Yeah.
especially if you're using Sigford as well. So yeah, he's a fantastic champion. I would definitely for
Yeah.
sure all day empower him to +1. I think at the time my Guardian Factors wasn't actually done when I got the second one, and I wasn't really focused in live arena too much at the time. I was more platinum
Mhm.
push, etc. And now I don't really do
Mhm.
platinum push, right? I'm kind of retired in that area in some sense. So yeah,
Mhm.
great champion,
Awesome.
fantastic.
Yeah,
So
great champion. I agree. Yeah, great. Awesome. Yeah, I use him a lot. So, and then I actually pick him with my Rotos a lot because I don't want the enemy to pick the UDK, so forcing me to ban it, right? So,
mm,
that happens a lot too. So, but yeah, let's move on to the third pick. So this is the third kind of MVP. I think I speak for like basically any kind of free to play or low spend player out there that has not like a huge roster of like mythical champions. The MVP, it's got to be Marius. Marius is an unbelievable champion. He might be the best champion in the game. I mean, he's the best non-mythical champion in the game, I would say,
mm,
in all areas of the game. If you factor in every area in the game, he is without a doubt the best because he dominates all the dungeons because of his max HP hit. He dominates the bosses like the Hydra heads, Chimera with his max HP hits. And he's extremely good in arena, live arena specifically, um, because he gives you a chance against the red champions, the mythical champions. He gives you a chance against speed champions. He gives you a chance against lockout champions like Warlord. Lots of turn meter pushback champions. Around. He shuts down champions with like Eagle Eye. Like that's like meta defining. You got to change up all your masteries now just to
mm,
give this guy nothing to work with his passive, right? And like he's the total package, right? He has a massive defense in all auras, a defense in all battles aura, 35%. I mean, that's better than so many champions. Like we're looking at usually they get about 30%. I've seen Torment with 33. I think there's one mythical with 35, and then you have Marius with 35.
mhm,
He self buffs himself, which is amazing. Not only with increased defense, which he is defense based, he also gives himself plus accuracy, which is very important to give him the accuracy needed to basically, decrease the duration of buffs, effectively stripping Stone Skin, um, and obviously landing his A1 Enfeeble. His A2, like I said, his max HP with the strip, amazing. His A1 with the Enfeeble, amazing. His passive, landing the A1s on everybody, amazing. So this guy is just amazing. Good base stats all around, really high base defense as well. So you can scale up off that as well. And he can do a lot of damage for you. So for this guy, I think after I got this guy, he made Live Arena way more fun because it gave me kind of like a chance. It gave me kind of a chance. I felt like a lot of times when I was playing before, I didn't really have that much of a chance, especially as the months went by and more people's rosters got filled out. A lot of my Live Arena play was I just kind of lost like the love for it because most of the fights were either not fun or they're just it's just not fun anymore, right? And then Marius really made it a little bit more accessible. So I think for him, he's got to be one of the biggest game changers for my account at any time. And right now, he's in everything. He's in everything for me. So hopefully, I can get his 6 star sometime in 2025. I had him since September, and he's only a 3 star. So it's been 7 months, and I've only gotten him to 3 star. So it's a little bit sad, but I'm hopeful. 2025 is the year I get him done. But he's definitely my next 6 star for sure when I see it. What do
Yeah,
you think? What do you think about Marius? Obviously, he's insane, right?
yeah. I mean, the Krakens want him as well. That says it all. And like everyone wants to pick him as first pick, and now we're going um into this meta with the one submissive. One submissive is becoming very, very meta. And honestly, my favorite relic on him actually is one submissive because of how strong Armance is and Fabian, and having that chance to reflect that stun back. What they try to do is sheep him, is very, very nice. For me, he's the best legendary in this game, in my opinion, in any content, P vs P or P vs P. He's probably still top 5 in live arena meta, including mythicals. So like for me, I would say the niece, the
Commodus,
Gizmac, yeah, no, yeah, Commodus. I wouldn't say it's top 5, to be honest, in arena, and there's reasons why I wouldn't say that. That could be a video for a different time if everyone wants to hear it. Let me know down in the comments. So let me know if you want me and Boozer to do a video on that. Um, and yeah, for me, he's in that category with that top 5. Like Kraken's ask him to be nerfed. I don't think he should be nerfed. I think he should be as strong as he is. We need that toy um, to counter these mythicals, and they're getting stronger anyway with relics, which we mentioned in your video. And yeah, he's absolutely god tier. And if you haven't got Marius already, you are really missing out. I'm even trying to change my playstyle on my account, so I'm not picking Armads first because I'm still picking Armads first. Because of the blessing. Once I fix out a couple of more champions, he will be my first pick because I won't be worried about them taking Armads because I'll have Fabian, right? So yeah, really, really good. It's really important to build him with very high HP, very high speed, and critical damage. You want to go towards 7,000 HP, and that's when you're gonna notice a lot going on with him. If you can get some accuracy as well, that's good. My build is a little bit underwhelming at the moment for 5 star blessing. For this, for me, 4-piece stone skin and 4-piece Savage is the way to go for most of us. I think if you can swap up with the pinpoint and Savage, if you can run like 360 with really good damage stats, then yeah, go for it. Why not? For me, Relic, I prefer again one submissive, but these are the gemstones that I've got on my cat gaze because it's very expensive to move relics around, and that's first because I was using with Queen and Cora a lot. I had the one submissive of him, but he just got too expensive between that and Chimera. So now these are the gemstones that we use as well. So using the boss slayer
On
with
this one,
him.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then these are the ones that we want. I still want the counter attack one, which is a triangle mythical to do that because that was stack as well for the A1. It's gonna be absolutely. I faced one of a week and he just destroyed me. Soul Root for me is the blessing to go for PvP. I will probably go Christian Rem because I'm on that borderline of getting 8 billion in Chimera, and I'm not using any mythicals, which is fantastic. I probably will go Christian Rem just so I can get that extra damage and make that 8 billion regularly with that chest, and these are the masteries, which are pretty base. Master Hex, important for Enfeeble, does work with Enfeeble for 2 turns. And yeah, there's probably a couple of masteries that I'm missing, but these are the ones I like overall. Um, and then yeah, he's again like you mentioned, he's great um in Hydra and Chimera. Just a question: you run yours in 9-piece Slayer, right? For Hydra, don't you?
Yep, I do.
So
It's because I don't have Slayer gear, so I can't even test whether one is better or not. So yeah, I run 9 piece merciless, yeah.
so this is the build that I was using for Chimera right now. the
Mhm.
9-piece Merciless at 400 critical damage. It's kind of a little bit disgusting. Good
Mhm.
accuracy for the Chimera level because accuracy up, and then good speed. I do want a bit more speed. And then I actually put him in 9-piece Slayer for Chimera. I did a video
Mhm.
on this, and he was really underwhelming in the 9-piece Slayer, in my opinion.
Okay.
And it was like missing 1,000 defense, which, 30 critical damage. The stats are not too far off, but the damage threshold is so big. But I think in Hydra, like I said in the video, the Slayer would be the better piece. Would be better because you're going to get 5% turn meter consistently per head.
Mhm.
And in Chimera,
Mhm.
you're only getting 5%. So I think actually Merciless is better in Chimera, but Slayer, which I haven't tested yet, is going to be better in the Hydra, which I can test probably, maybe it won't even matter overall though. So I think someone's already tested it. Well, someone commented on my videos as well. They said it's already tested, but I can't find it. Yeah, for me, absolute canon. I'm so happy they released him. I'm so happy to have him. If anyone that gets him should be putting the blessings into him first because of PvP and PvP, you're double dipping. If he falls out in the meta
Yep.
next week, you're not going to regret it, honestly. So, what is your favorite
Mhm.
champion right now in raids, just in general?
It's hard to say. Like, I mean, in terms of like overall use, it's gotta be Marius. I use him all the time. I don't know if that makes him my favorite. He is very powerful, and that makes him fun, and obviously a little bit favored. Right now I'm really enjoying actually Ayasu on Unreal Ayasu. He does a ton of damage as well for Hydra, and he's great for Arena as well. There's a lot of champions that I'm really enjoying right now. Not gonna say like I have a standout favorite or anything like that. I've always had love for Rotos. Rotos just massive.
Mm,
He's even more fun right now because I got the aspect of Suroth relic on him, and I got him a 9-piece Merciless, and he's just a one man show sometimes. So it's really good. He's really fun to play with. And then it helps that I have Sifi as well. So pairing him with Sifi, of course, is a very, very powerful duel. But yeah, I don't have real favorites, but I do enjoy playing with some of these champions right now. So.
yeah, I agree. Did you want to give any more information on Marius, like what type of comps you use with Marius, or um,
Uh, yeah, circling back to Marius, like I totally agree. I use the same kind of build. I have a lethal and stone skin for live arena, and I run 9-piece merciless for Hydra and Chimera. Stats are probably similar to yours, but your build is a little bit stronger because you have the 5-star blessing, so more crit damage, more
mm,
accuracy. Um, I use Cat's Gate, same as you. I use Heaven Cast, which is a little bit of a kind of like a compromise because it's like a buff for Hydra and it's a buff for Arena. It's not the best for either one. So I do use that as my blessing choice. Mastery tree looks very similar to yours, down to Helm Smasher with the support tree. Obviously, Master Hexer very important for the Enfeeble. Um, in terms of comps, I mean, obviously he's very strong. You want him in reset with reset champions, so like Lamassu is a good candidate for that. You just target Marius and then he gets some extra turns, so he does some more damage against like Hydra or Chimera. So I kind of like that combo right now. Together, Marius, he's also really good against in live arena. He's also really good against champions that have like 6-star temporal chains, for example, because on the 6-star, it has that pushback ability, right? For the turn meter, and that triggers Marius's A1. If you're not careful, that A1 is just gonna whittle down your entire team. And obviously, if the enfeeble lands on the wrong champion, that's game winning, right? For Marius. Um, but yeah, he's an incredible champion. You gotta be worried about him at all times, and he gets probably picked 100% of the time. To be honest, like if my enemy's not picking him, I'm picking him, and I'm actually, like you said, you mentioned this, but I'm already starting to pick him first. And the reason why I'm doing that is because Fabian exists, right? So I have both Fabian and Armands. Used to be Armands without even thinking about it, but nowadays, you have one or the other. You can afford to pick something else, right? So, and usually most people don't pick both Armands and Fabian. So usually you're left with maybe one of them. So lately I've been, yeah, probably picking Marius first. Yeah. He's my best damage dealer for sure, or my
Mm.
most favorite damage dealer. Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually one of my favorite champions in this game right now. He's got to be top
Mhm.
three. My overall favorite champion. Oh, that's a different video for a different time. I won't go into it. But yeah, he's. I'm so happy they released him to this game. Honestly, with all the good champions we've got right now, this new champion coming out in the Chimera. We've got this guy here now. We've got Carnage as well. There's three excellent damage dealers added to anyone's roster at any time, and we need more support now. So let's hope that this new champion on Faction World Hard is a support champion, because we really need more leveled support champions at that same level to really help us compete a bit more with these Krakens and the super big accounts. I even drive myself on a daily basis to face and to make it more fun for everyone, because this is the point that no one forgets. Live arena is meant to be fun. It's not meant to feel like a job or a chore. It's meant to be fun, and that's what player need to do between that and making money. So for me, yeah, Marius is should be anyone's first pick, honestly, and he's insanely good. For me, I love pairing him with Rodus as well, and like go second teams, because both Nukas are extremely difficult. He has great synergy with Sumwong as well, again because of the passive and the UDK. So if you're really struggling, if you have these 3 or 4, just with go second teams and Ancora, honestly, just that itself is amazing strat. I'll tell you who's not bad as well. It's actually a champion Unity with these two. The champion Unity is really, really strong. He's got a strip, he's got the stun, and yeah, he's just absolute beast. So
I play test this guy before when he was first announced, and I was actually impressed. He actually does quite a bit of work, especially with the faction unity bonuses.
mm,
Yeah, he can be quite threatening. I think most people didn't give him that much love, maybe because of the way his aesthetically, it kind of looks kind of plain boring, like But yeah, he works very well, like very straightforward kit that works well. So
yeah, I mean, I just really like him. I wouldn't mind getting him. I think he's probably top 2 champion unities. I want him and Teox. So
okay.
and probably a new one actually that's just got released. He looks a bit funky, doesn't he? But that's a different video for a different day. But I try and stay on topic.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, he's great. Is there anything that you want to say to our raid community before we wrap up today's video? Or what's the best advice that you can give them right now?
Oh no, nothing much. Just big thank you for you like reaching out and making this happen. It's been really fun. We're just talking about this, and obviously you giving me a ton of support, especially in the DMs, just helping me out whenever you see me kind of struggling with maybe some arena advice. So I really, really appreciate that. And your community is very fortunate and lucky to have such a helpful person here. Sharing his insight with everybody. So yeah, thank you so much for having me, man. I appreciate that very much. So thank you.
Or it's good to see you stream in live arena again, because I think it's more important for content creators, especially the bigger content creators, to stream live arena, because it brings more positive to the game mode, and I think that is the future of Raid. And I always used to watch your streams and your videos for live arena, and then you kind of went a bit silent on it. So I was always jealous of that Taurus, and
Yeah.
now I've got the toys to play against him. Back then it wasn't so easy for me. So yeah, I really enjoy watching your streams and stuff like that. And obviously we'll put all this down in the channel. How often do you stream live arena right now?
I just stream whenever. I usually just stream CVC, but lately I've been enjoying the CVC, the arena, live arena. So I've been doing more live arena streams. So they
Mm.
kind of just pop up. I just kind of do them whenever because if I spend an hour or two playing the game, I might as well play with people. So then I just stream it. It's not nothing too serious or no schedule like that. But yeah, I'm happy that people are enjoying it. So.
So basically, what he's saying is you got to be fast to catch your streams. If you want to be in there, you got to be keeping an eye on it. Yeah, make sure you're in his Discord and a notification will ping you when he
Yeah,
goes
hit
live.
that bell notification or
There you are.
whatever.
Make sure you hit mine as well. So I guess that's it for the video, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure, Booster, to have you on the channel. Hopefully we can do something again in the future. And yeah, it does mean a lot, honestly, for a small content creator, for a big content creator to hang out. And like you said, it's always nice to play with other people and stuff like that, especially when I'm doing live arena as well. So yeah, I also do stream live arena as well regularly. If you're coming over from Boozer's channel, I stream it Wednesday to Friday, 3 p.m. GMT time, all the way through to around about 11 p.m. GMT time, sometimes a bit longer. It's insane hours, but it is what it is. Anyway, guys, that's it for today's video. As usual, go ahead, check out my YouTube video later for Live Arena, where we're talking about a bit more strategies. As usual, I've been Grim. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.